this is Digital Seri Guitar. We're going to go through the song Time of Your Life by Greenday, standard E tuning, so let's go through it now. Okay, the song is pretty straightforward. There's only a few chords in this, just repeated over and then they're changed over in the position, the actual progression itself. So the main chords are a G, a C, a D, and there's also an E minor. Okay, so the way that I'm playing this G here is I've got my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the top string, which is the E string, and then my first finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string down, which is the A. Then I got my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string down, and my pinky again on the 5th fret of the 3rd fret of the 6th string down. Now you're not really playing that top one during this song until a bit later when there's full strumming, but it's just a handy way to play a full G like that. Okay, some people will not play it with this ring finger. I think it sounds much nicer with it, okay? Now from there we're playing a C. Now we're not playing it like this. We're not playing that traditional C shape which you may know, but essentially all we're doing is from that G, we're just moving both of our fingers down one string. Okay, so that finger down to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then that finger from the 2nd fret of the 2nd string down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. G to a C. Right? And then the D. Okay? So that D is first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string down, then I got my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string down, and then my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the last string of that high E. Okay? Now again, we're not hitting that high note. We're just strumming the few notes and the strings just before that. So let's just go through it really quickly. So we're not strumming, it's more like a picking sort of motion. Top string, 2nd string, 5th string, and then the 4th string while we're holding that G. And there's a little at the end of that sort of progression. Alright? Then we move to the C, to the D. So really slow from that G to the C, to the D. And then to an E minor. Now normally an E minor, what I would do is just play it like that, but you'll actually hear 1, 2, E, A, D, G, B. He's actually playing that B string open. Alright, so from here, we're always on that B string, we're always got that third fret hit. When he goes to the E, you remove your finger. Right? C, D, to the E minor. Okay? Then he goes to the D again. To the C to the G. Let's go through that whole bit. to the G. So E minor, back to the C, D to the G. From there it jumps into the same part, but essentially we're now strumming it instead of picking it. So instead of doing instead of picking it, we're now strumming. So we're going from the big and then you hear at the very end, he goes back to the picking. And then ends with that big G chord there. Well, I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for a whole bunch of more videos.